Nina, go ahead and tell me everything you know about Resident Evil.
Okay, so basically, Resident Evil tells the story of what it's like to try to survive in a town that's overrun by disgusting, horrible monsters who want nothing more than to bite your butt clean off your body.
Isn't that exactly what you said when you moved back to Philadelphia?
Yeah, what's your point?
All right, tell me more about these monsters generally.
Okay, so generally the monsters are pretty much zombies, but sometimes they're super zombies, and sometimes they're zombies with big bear traps on their heads, and sometimes they're Spanish cultists who only act like zombies, and they've kidnapped the American president's daughter and wear outfits like they're the B-team working the local rent fair. And sometimes they're just like big snakes or spiders or whatever else would be really cool to shoot with a gun in a dark house, and they're always lumpy.
Well, that doesn't sound very sexy. So, where do these monsters come from, anyway?
Well, there's this super shady company that does these super shady bioweapon experiments in these super shady underground labs.
Oh, wow. A super shady company that does super shady experiments. I bet they have a really cool, maybe even sensual-sounding name.
They're called the Umbrella Corporation.
Oh.
Yeah, they're kind of like Unilever or Nestle, but instead of being run by a terrible human person, it's run by like Waluigi or the Heat Miser. Because apparently they're a very successful and profitable consumer products division, which makes stuff like makeup and oat milk and commuter buses, is just a front for their real business, which is lumpy monster dogs and people they want to sell as like super soldiers or bioweapons or something.
What would a military with predator drones need lumpy, angry dogs for?
Emotional support animals for all their lumpy soldiers.
Oof, bummer.
Yeah, that's the main thing. The Umbrella Corporation is kind of a metaphor for the way corporate greed, combined with unchecked ethics and science, can cause horrific chaos, ripping apart people's lives and communities in ways that we can only truly fully fathom by sitting on a couch in the dark while holding a controller and reaching into a bowl of Doritos.
Fine. So, what about the good guys? Who fights these decidedly unsexy-sounding monsters and corporations?
Well, in the first game, there's a guy named Chris and a lady named Jill.
Ooh, what's their deal?
They're cops.
Oh.
Jill has a cute little beret.
Okay.
Then in the second game, there's Leon and Claire.
All right, and what's up with them?
Well, one of them is a cop, and the other one is the sister of a cop.
And does one of them have a beret?
No. Tom, what's up with you today?
Nothing. Just tell me more about Resident Evil.
I mean, that's mostly it, to be honest. It's a franchise that reenacts that classic childhood game Cops and Robbers, but in this scenario, all the robbers are cops and all the cops are zombies.
The cops are zombies and the robbers are cops?
Yeah, exactly. See, because in pretty much every game, the cops roll into town and start breaking into houses, rifling through people's things, taking keys and bullets and some herbs and typewriter ribbons and whatever, and the zombies gotta catch them all. And eat them all.
All right, well, are there any Resident Evil things that kind of stray from the cops versus zombies dynamic at all? Ever?
Oh, yeah, there is. I forgot. There's Resident Evil 7, where you have to find a bunch of cannibal hillbillies in their weird house.
Okay.
Yeah, and as you play, you find out that all the hillbillies have been infected with a virus made by a mysterious corporation for evil, shady purposes. And there's a twist.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, in this game, you're not a cop.
Oh.
And then in the next game, you're still that same guy who's not a cop, and you have to go fight a bunch of werewolves and mutants and vampires and stuff. And one of the vampires is actually this super tall lady who dresses really fancy with a huge hat. And at one point, you have to run away from this gigantic crawling baby that—
Hold on. Now let's back up. Tell me more about this super tall lady. How tall are we talking here?
I'm not sure. Let me check. 9 feet tall.
9 feet tall.
Yes, she's a very big vampire lady. And so, you know, because it's Resident Evil, there's this whole backstory where she was infected with the
Okay, so in this game, is there a way to somehow be stepped on by this 9 foot tall vampire lady? Like, can you get underneath her and she just stomps and stomps on you with her gigantic lady feet?
I mean, I don't think there's a way to—
Okay, but follow-up question to my other question, is there like some kind of a cheat code I can enter using my controller device to say be devoured whole by this giant vampire lady? Like, if I put in a sequence of precisely timed button presses, this large vampire woman will pick my character up and put me into her mouth and take a single bite and eat me up. Is there like a strategy guide or something for that?
Do
they still make Game Genie? Is Galoob still a company that I can call and have them help me to figure out how to be stepped on and eaten by a big vampire woman?
Is there an answer I can give you that will get me off this call faster?
Follow-up to my follow-up. Can the giant vampire lady wear a little beret on her head while she steps on my little head and eats me right up like a little snack? Nina? Nina?
Hey, this is Nina from OK So Basically. Thanks for watching our video. You should definitely hit like and subscribe so you can watch even more of our content, because if you don't, our next video will just be pictures of sad puppies with that Sarah McLachlan song playing over it for like 45 minutes.